Ramiro. No, there's no Ramiro here.
Okay,
You know, so
so you're,
you, as an agent, have to do your due diligence.
okay, so you're checking
Yeah.
before you
I'm
submit
double
that
checking.
offer, you bill,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the way it works with me is, or you really shouldn't be wasting any time showing any properties unless you have like a pre-approval or approval of funds or that kind of thing, right?
Right,
But at the same time, I mean, if you are going, like right now, if somebody was to call me and wants to go see a property in South Pasadena, I'm in South Pasadena, what's the big deal about me going to show a property?
Right.
yeah.
You know, if
It's a
anything, if I
potential.
hit it off, it can go real good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have good communication, and then we talk, and can I have you prove, oh, sure, here's my pre-approval. You know, I've had clients where I meet up to them, hi, my name is Robert, hello, here's my pre-approval, here's my approval of funds, let's go see the house. Great, you know, that, you want those kind of clients. But at the same time, you're there, you're showing them the property. Now, if they turn around and call me right now, and the property's in Hawthorne, hey, wait a minute, before I go, can you please send me over your pre-approval, approval funds? Well, you know, I'm next to my computer, are you kidding me? You know, I mean, there's not too many people walking around that don't have the computers in their pockets anymore. You know, nowadays it's like the pre-approval's on my phone, here, I just send it to you, as I'm talking to you, kind of thing. You know, so it really depends upon your business strategy. You know, if you're nearby, go, what's it gonna take? You may bond with the buyer, create a better, you know, bonding and go and show goodwill. You know, but if you gotta drive to, you know, Rancho Cucamonga right now, you know, at 6 o'clock, yeah, at 5 o'clock in the middle of the traffic, it's gonna take you 2 hours to get there. Forget it, I'm not gonna go. Can I please see your pre-approval first? Approval of funds, hey, listen, the traffic is heavy, how about if I see you like around 7:30, 8 o'clock? Yeah, it's dark, but, you know, by the time I get to you, it'll be too late. You know, that kind of thing.
I have a question, but the pre-approval, even if you confirm it, like you say that call the realtor or the bank and they confirm, but those are not 100% guaranteed.
No.
It's just on the phone conversation, how
No.
much you'll make or.
Yes and no, yes and no,
Fast
because see,
forward
again,
stubs.
no, it's, there's a difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval.
Okay.
And even both will still say subject to verifying appraisal, prelim, and verification. And verification, okay? That's where it's supposed to stop. In other words, they don't have an appraisal, they don't have a title, and they don't have escrow. A pre-approval means I saw your pay stub, I saw your taxes, I see your financials, you look okay. You look like we can do this, you know? It doesn't mean that I have to run any more numbers. It's subject to a prelim, appraisal, escrow instructions, right? So there's a difference between a pre-qualification that doesn't really mean nothing
Yeah, that's okay.
versus a pre-approval. Now, most people, the real estate arena is a very unique situation because there's not too many people out there in the real estate arena that understand it. So when you talk to somebody pre-qualification, pre-approval, they think it's the same. It's not. It's very different. Pre-qualifications, a conversation will go like, I'm sorry, your first name?
Olivia.
Olivia. Good morning, Olivia. I know that you called me about this, your loan that you're looking to get. Olivia, can you please tell me your credit score? Is it A, B, C, or D? A, great. So in my mind, she's a 720 or better. Then we're going to talk a little bit about your job. Without giving me your whole dollar amount, can you please give me a rough idea of what you make monthly?
$1 million.
Okay. You guys understand? Okay. Okay. Now, from there, you turn around and you say, okay, let's talk a little bit about your job. How long have you been at your job? You know, that's pre-qualifying.
Yeah.
That's
Without
pre-qualifying.
doing the actual, credit
Exactly,
reports and stuff.
exactly. So that's like based upon, you get pre-qualification on the top right, you know, top, and you know, for XYZ Realty or XYZ Financial, that's pre-qualifying. Pre-approval is, I've seen your W-2, I saw your pay stubs, I see how long you've worked there, everything is looking good, your debt ratios are good. That's the difference between pre-qualifying and pre-approval. Yeah.
Okay, I have another question. In the book, the appraisal process, they say there's 8 logical steps, and one of them is the estimate the value, the site valuation, rather, the site valuation.
Uh-huh.
They say it's valued separately from the improvements as this is necessary to conduct a cost approach. This is page 327.
Sure.
And then they say there are 6 methodologies, and then they say, but they don't tell us what they are. They say-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what
um,
those are? Or?
No,
Oh.
no, I knew them, I don't have them off the top of my head right now. They're basically describing your method of operation is pretty much going to be based on what they call comparables. Comparable based upon another property sold in the area. Another analogy, or rather another method of operation is gonna be the income approach with an apartment building. Right, so it's going to be, right now I can name 3 of them off. One is the cost, the actual builder's cost, or what's gonna cost you to build it. The next one is gonna be comparable, the other one is gonna be income approach. The other one is gonna be a site approach, which is basically, those are when you're talking about agricultural. You know, when you're dealing with farmland. I mean, that's tough to, price per square foot, but then you're gonna compare it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna compare that agricultural land with another agricultural land. So a lot of them have common denominators, which is gonna be comparable,
Okay. So should we not worry about that?
No, don't worry about how
Okay.
many different,
The
the
6
six different
methodologies.
methods,
Okay.
no, because
Okay.
you're not gonna be tested on that.
Okay.
But also too, you have to be careful, because if you really dig deep inside, each subject opens up another subject. And then what the Department of Real Estate wanted you to know wanted you to see the basic information. So you don't go out there and get in trouble. They want you to know the basics in where to finance it. Like, there was a couple of classes that I was involved in when they talked about the history in finance. And where did it come from? Where did it start? Back in that time frame. So do you really need that in today's world? No, but they want you to have the basic knowledge. Okay? And what I was writing here, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is what a realtor really works on. These are the factors that you as a realtor are going to be. You don't have to write them down. You're not going to be tested. These are this is reality over here. This is book stuff, and this is just stuff that you're going to have to be dealing on a daily basis. Presentation skills. Presentation skills cover several factors. Presentation skills is the verbiage, the wording, scripts. A lot of people, I don't use scripts. If you're not using scripts when you begin, you're making a huge mistake. We're all scripted. You're making a huge mistake because you're going to take the conversation where it doesn't need to go. Scripts keep you focused. Presentation skills, the way you dress, your car, your laptop, tablet. I've seen people, I've gone into presentations where a young salesman is making his best shot with his tablet and trying to show him the technology. And then the other side, I see an older gentleman that doesn't worry about technology. What could you do for me? What are you going to do to sell my house? And this guy's just trying to impress him with a tablet. You got the wrong two mixed there. You need to learn how to read what's happening, put the technology aside. Let me show you a little bit, maybe a lower based visual effect where you can show, this is what I'm going to do to sell your property. Where people try to impress one another with a tablet or the latest technology, where you have a person in the other side like myself. I don't care you having a tablet, or you can go on the web and do all the different things. How many flyers are you going to drop to sell my house? How many postcards are you going to go out? How many open houses are you going to do? I don't care how many social media locations you land on. I've learned that that's not going to sell my house. That kind of thing. So you have to read. So presentation skills, scripts, and from the way you dress, your mannerism, the way you explain, scripts. Next thing is scripts. You have to, when you come into this business, you have to memorize scripts. If you don't memorize them, it's going to take you longer.
Where do you
Sure.
What
get
would you
them
say
from?
to me if I wanted, I don't know.
Okay, I'm calling you. This is called telemarketing. It's cold
Okay.
calling. Ring. Hello.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Sally, please.
Sally speaking.
Hi, Sally. This is Robert. I'm from Real Estate Heaven. The reason why I'm calling you, Sally, is because we just put a property on the market down the street from you. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And we were calling to find out if you happen to know of anybody who would like to buy in the neighborhood.
Oh.
I will hang up.
Great. And then I move on.
Honestly,
No, great. And then I move on. Because all I'm interested is talking to the people that want to talk to me. You don't want to talk to me? Get out of my way. I'm just looking for the one that wants to talk to me.
But I think what's interesting about that is you're really not trying to say, are you willing to buy? You're saying, do you know anyone?
Right,
Which
exactly.
I think is
Well,
Well,
less.
hold on, say no.
No.
No, you're not, you're okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Before I let you go, first of all, thank you for taking time to answer my question, but before I let you go, may I ask, when do you plan on moving?
Oh, I'm not.
Probably not, yeah.
Got it.
I've owned my home for a while.
For many years, excellent. You know, and how did you happen to pick this area?
I really love Pasadena.
Yeah, but how did you pick it?
How did I pick it? I guess I was supposed to work at the
Oh,
time.
excellent, okay. And where did you move from?
Los Angeles?
Oh, great. And let me ask you, if money wasn't an option and you wanted to move and you had a dream, where would you like to move to?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. By the beach?
Excellent. I think that a lot of us have dreams and I would like to help you get there. May I ask, how long would that be? Do you think that do you want to do that in the next 6 months or a year from now?
Probably in a couple of years.
Excellent. Well, you know, right now it's taking about 4 to 6 months to sell a property.
Okay.
I think I can help you get there. I would like to offer you an evaluation. I'm gonna be out in your neighborhood. Today's Thursday, I'm gonna be there today's Tuesday, I'm gonna be there Thursday. Is 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock good?
How about 7?
That's perfect. Thank you very much. I'll see you there. That's scripts. If you look at Mike Ferry, which is another guru, training guru, that's a script. So that was scripted. Nothing. Yeah. Well, what happens is that you have to pick your teacher that you like, that kind of resembles your attitude, your thing. And Mike Ferry to me is the best one. There's another one out there that I personally follow. His name is Tom Hopkins. He's more they gotta like you and trust you. You know, you don't have time to like you and trust you. I'm not gonna sit there and hold your hand. You know, do you want to sell or don't you? You know, that kind of thing. You know, Mike Ferry is a numbers guy. Tom Hopkins is, I gotta get you to trust me, to like me and trust me. You know, that kind of thing. So scripts is just what happened. We have one for just listed, just sold, and expired, past client. You know, your first name again? Ashton. You're my long lost cousin. By the way, if you in the business and you guys are not calling your past friends, cousins, family members, you're doing a disservice to yourself. First thing I tell you when you get into the business is you gotta call past friends, family members, because your aunt is buying without you. Your cousin's gonna buy without you. It sucks to go on Facebook and your cousin just bought a house. You know, I mean, and it's not that they just bought a house in Pasadena. That sucks. Well, why didn't you call me? Well, I didn't know that you were in real estate. Because you never called them. Ashton, ring, hello.
Hello.
Ashton, how you doing? I don't know if you remember me, Ashton. We're cousins. We haven't talked for many years, you know, but last time I saw you, we were both about 15. You know, so I'm just calling to see how you're doing.
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Excellent. I said, you may not know or you may not remember, I'm a real estate broker. Business is good, but business can always do better. Tell me, who do you know that is interested in buying or selling real estate?
My friend actually wants to sell a house.
Great. You know what? First of all, can I start off with, sending you my business card in the mail? And also, do you have an email?
Yeah.
What's your address? I'm going to send you my business card and I'm going to email you something right now. But let me tell you something. If your friend is interested, I'll make sure to take care of your friend. Can you share his name and number with me?
Okay, yeah.
A lot of people won't.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Why?
they feel like it's an invasion of
Because they don't
privacy.
trust you. No. Well, first of all, invasion of privacy, I think it's important. It's a legit argument. I wouldn't give my name and number of my family members either.
Yeah.
Right?
You gotta get permission.
But see, remember, we're family. We're all lost family that we haven't connected. And that happens a lot. How many of you guys, and I'm going to speak for myself, I got family that I don't want to talk to because I've never liked. Right? I never liked because my own hang-ups. Get over it. I'm 53 years old. I'm going to go away soon, and if I got some hang-ups that, I need to let go. So many years ago, I let go of these hang-ups, and I called them, and guess what? Family members are the ones that are going to help you. Family and friends are the ones that are going to help you when you need it the most. So yes, Robert, I have somebody here. Call them. Right? But a lot of the times, they're not going to want to, if they don't know you, they won't give you the name and number. But most of the time, if they know you, and you have some type of connection, they'll give you the information. So that was just another scripted.
What do you say if they say no? What do you tell them?
Completely understandable. You know what? It's been a while, and I know that this is just something out of the blue. But if you happen to think of anybody, you know, have my business card. I hope you don't mind if I follow up with you. But also too, it's time to reconnect with my cousin. You know what I mean? At that point, you know.
Drinks.
Yeah, I'll go out, buy him some drinks. Hey, how's it going?
Do you ever give them referrals?
Referral
Like,
fees?
yeah.
Yes,
Like
but you
big
know what?
time.
By law,
illegal.
it's
Right.
illegal. You're not supposed to do
But I
anything
mean, it's
beyond
family.
$25.
Okay, but it's family
Yeah.
members, so.
Yeah. No. You know, I learned that I can get myself in trouble and you in trouble by not telling you what's. Reality is that's illegal. You can't do it.
Okay.
You can't do it. In the old days, what we used to do is we would take care of him, and you're talking about a couple of $1,000. You know, I mean, in a price range of 500,000 would be like 1,000, 1,500. Yes, I want to take care of him. You know, but nowadays, no, that's illegal. You can't. You can't. That's illegal, especially in the loan
When did it
industry.
become illegal?
The Dodd-Frank Act, I think it was 2007.
2007.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
In
you're not supposed-
2002, I used to work for a real estate office, they did it all the time.
Yeah, I hear people offering that to me all the time. I'll give you $1,000 if you make a big deal.
Yeah, but you know, see, that's the thing. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of things that I am bound to tell you, hey, you can't do that. Because this is a learning environment, I'm not supposed to teach you, I'm not supposed to teach you bad things or give you bad habits. No, you're not supposed to do that.
But in
It's
the
wrong,
real
it's
world,
illegal.
it's happening.
It happens. It happens. You know, but it happens. But it's not supposed to happen. Okay, so presentation skills, scripts, follow-up. Here's the key factor that a lot of people make mistakes. Right here. And you'll lose it. You'll lose it. What happens is if you're not prospecting in this business, if you're not continuously talking to people, do you want to buy, do you want to sell, do you want to buy, do you want to sell, you're fishing. I'm continually fishing. The only difference between me and another realtor is I fish with 10 poles. The other realtor is with one little pole. That's the reality. And I'll show you why. And I'll really share with you why.
Show us a pool.
So once that I will. So here's the thing. What happens here is you work all day long, 4 hours a day on the phone prospecting, and you get a lead, you get a deal, and that individual says, listen, I may sell, I'm going to do something in the next 6 months. And you know what happens to most of those things? They get stuck in a little piece of paper. You know, oh, it's a deal. It's right here in your pocket. You're saving them, right? Or it's in your pocket, or it's the ladies in your purse, or in the guys in your wallet, your pockets. So you have a bunch of little leads flying everywhere. What happens is that there's no organization. So you don't put them in some type of organization fashion, and then the database or the system you put in, it doesn't help you recall back all the numbers. I have a database, it's called Top Producers, one of the best, that it's date driven, and then I use it to allow me to help me stay in contact. Once I get a hold of you, I ain't letting go. I ain't letting go.
How often you call?
It depends upon, if a person says, I'm ready to make a deal in about maybe 6 months, Robert, I'm calling them in 3. Right, if he tells me in a year, I'm calling them in 6 months. You know,
And then
When do you give up?
yeah.
in that database you add,
You
like,
put the
let's
date.
say you put the dates that
Yeah.
you say, okay, well, I plan to sell in
Exactly.
6 months, and you flag yourself to remind you in 3 months. to
Exactly,
call
like
back.
Outlook. Do you guys
Yeah.
used Outlook?
Yeah,
Outlook
every day.
sends you a little alarm
Mhm.
and tells you who to call.
Reminders.
You need something like that. But the nice thing about Top Producer is that once you got an email,
Mhm.
it sends them what's called a market snapshot. It sends them a market CMA on their property, right? So the minute you isolate the address and the zip code, it'll do an analysis, boop, shoot out an email without you
Oh,
doing
that's
anything.
cool.
So it'll send out weekly, every 2 weeks, every month, quarterly, however you want it. And it's nice because you don't do anything, they do everything. I would love to show it to you, but I can't.
You pay for that?
Yes,
How, monthly? or-
monthly. Monthly, I think it's like $59. There's other databases that are really inexpensive. There's one that I like, it's called the Wise Agent. That's really good, but here's the problem with Wise Agent. Or other databases, they use third party like MailChimp. What happens to MailChimp? Spam. MailChimp is just, it's an email campaign driven. So it just sends out emails. But once you put it on spam, it'll always go to spam. So the person never sees your email. Top Producer uses their own server, so it never goes to spam. Right? So I get them, once I get a hold of you, I'm sending you a postcard, I'm sending you an email, and then I'm giving you a phone call. I used to send brochures, send a properties address, just stay on top of mind.
When
So
do
what
you
happens
give
to a
up?
lot of person, before I answer that, people forget to follow up. Here's the key factor, you forget to follow up and you lose a lot of clients. I'm in management, so what happens sometimes is, when there's a problem in management, I step in, then I come back, 90 days later, call back the person, oh, I already listed, I already sold. That happens. Next, I'm sorry, you touched,
No, like, you follow up, but when do you finally say, okay, this guy's wasting my time?
Well, the beautiful part of it is that you're in this industry, and I firmly believe this, you're in this industry because you're chosen. And you have to be, nowadays, it's not the old mafia way of salesmen, looking in a $1,000 suit. You step into a meeting room with a $1,000 suit, people already start judging you. You can't, you have to be more transparent now. You can't be that way. So I firmly believe is that you're in this business, you pick, and I'm not able to pick the people that I want to work with. Somebody starts really mistreating me or abusing me or talking to me bad, you know what, delete. I really don't need this. There's more clients that deserve my attention, I delete. Before, there was times I wouldn't let go of you. But I learned to delete,
But if you
delete,
call them and
delete,
they
delete.
say 50 times, and they still say no, you continue?
No,
or
no,
how
I've
do
had
you-
clients, I had one elderly lady that, no, Robert, I'm never gonna sell, I'm not gonna do. So I just, okay, I send her postcards, About 5-7 years down the line, sending her postcards every month. She calls me, okay, Robert, I'm ready to sell. Who would know, you know what I mean? It happens. What did that cost me? I did the math. I think it cost me like $1,100. My commission was like way beyond that. So did it pay? It's up to you. But the beautiful part about it is that you're not, you pick who you pick who you can work with. Yeah.
I have a question, and maybe you want to hold to you go through this, but would you be able to kind of outline for us roughly the cost to expect, like on a monthly basis for
For?
an agent? So,
Yeah.
Our marketing and
Sure.
desk fees.
I don't have that. I do have a sheet that I go through with some people, but I'll be able to spin it
Because
off
I
for you
keep
real quick.
hearing these different things of, subscriptions that the broker may have that we'll have to contribute to.
Sure.
And I just wanted to get
Sure.
rough.
The next thing is contracts. You guys really need to know your contracts. Read them. I've told you guys this, maybe I've told you guys or maybe you haven't heard, but if you can't sleep, get the contracts. That's what you're sleep. Negotiation. You guys really need to be an expert in negotiation. Expert. I tried it. I learned it really well. The funny part is that you will acknowledge when the other person is using it on you. And they'll acknowledge it and they'll know when you're using it on them. One of them was, I read the book or I got the CD on Roger Dawson. Negotiating people think it's dead. It's not. Roger Dawson, I forgot the title of it, but he only has a few, and I have the CDs. I'll be more than happy to share that with you. But one of the things in there that they taught you is negotiating. And one of the things is when I went to go buy one of the cars that I wanted to buy, I turned around to the salesperson and I said, well, a full tank of gas is included in that price, right? Right? And then you could turn around and tell that the guy kind of smirked because he had heard it before and he was prepared. He goes, if you're really worried about a gas tank in this car, maybe you shouldn't be buying it. And I was like, oh, you got me. Oh, you got me, Oh, I gotta come up with a better one than that. So it becomes, to me, it was the mouse and cat game. So negotiation is something that you have to be really good at. Let me give you another example. There's people that will wig out on you, but you turn around and you tell them, okay, you know what? I did a good job. You wanted a payment of $3,400. You know what? I got a great deal for you because you worked really hard. The payment is $3,555. They'll say, are you crazy? I can't afford that. Even in my mind right now, it's $150. It's $155, really, right? Some people will wait out on you. An extra penny is an extra penny. You don't got an extra penny, you don't got an extra penny, right? So they teach you to turn around and get your calculator, and you go 155 divided by 30, you got $5.16.
Per year.
So at that point he's like, look, really, Sally, come on. you know, if you just brown bag your lunch every day, this is acceptable. Are you gonna really stop, you know, your beautiful kids from having their own room for you bagging your lunch? You gotta reduce it to what? The ridiculous, right? And what are they gonna tell you? Yeah, Robert, I'm gonna stop because of my brown bagging for them to have their own room. But I mean, you really gotta get it down to what? The very essentials, right? So your job is to cross that bridge, help them cross that bridge. There's been clients that have closed escrows, they were extremely upset with me because they didn't think they got what they wanted, right? Later on, they said, Robert, I thank you. I thank you because you pushed me and I got it, and it took me much more than I wanted, but you pushed me. And I
Yeah,
got it.
when I bought my house, my agent had me sign like a 15-day escrow, and it was like, the other agent was getting mad at me, he said, we can take your down payment, you know, the initial, because you're not, if you don't get it done in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I said, this is my first time buying a house, why did you let me sign this? Cause I looked at it, I'm like, is this okay? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. But then after that, I realized I had to do my inspections, I had to get my loan approved, and, you know, all that other.
Those 7 factors, those, remember I said that those factors are the ones that are underlining?
Yeah.
Those factors are what you gotta really pay attention when you're in escrow. It's really, like, the other day, we had an escrow fall out, and I've been in the business 32 years, and this has only happened twice. They didn't check the prelim says that the house had a problem with substandard orders, meaning that the property wasn't up to par, it wasn't legal. There was issues there. So the seller said, no, wait a minute, I'll pay the substandard order fees. Great, but the substandard order's still there. You're gonna pay the fees, but, you know, so I said, yes, you should have checked that prelim 15 days ago, agent. You know, we had that scenario. So things like that, you know, you start learning. Closing, now it comes your closing scripts, your closing lines. This is after you close an escrow, and what do you do to stay in follow-up with them? Because what happens is that these people, if you really take care of and you work on a referral-based program, these people are the ones that are gonna give you business they're gonna be bringing you business. Problem is that once you get the commission check, normally the agents will not call back the clients. But why won't they call them back? Well, you know, while they were moving, the water heater got shut off. The gas got shut off. The water heater now, they turn them on, the water heater's not working. So now the buyer's off. And who are they gonna complain to? The agent. But you just earned a $15,000 or $10,000 commission. Get with it, take care of the client. You should have had a home warranty.
Yeah.
Call up the home warranty company, come in and replace this water heater, right? Or if not, don't worry about it, Mr. Buyer, I'll take care of it, you call your plumber, get taken care of tomorrow, it's $1,000. You know, $1,000 today is gonna take care of you $40,000-$50,000 in the future because they're gonna bring you business. So don't be cheap, because I was, and it cost me a lot of money. I made all the mistakes humanly possible. Come and ask me, trust me. I made them all. You know? So these are the prime examples of what you guys are gonna go through. And this is where a lot of it lies in the beginning. Up to this day, I still spend 3 to 4 hours a day prospect. You wanna buy, you wanna sell, you wanna buy, you wanna sell. Why? Because I want a nicer house. I want a better car. I want to travel. I want, you know, things for my kids, to leave things in the future, legacy, things of that nature. You know? Gosh, I trust me, you leave me there, I'll be talking all night long about real estate. You know, so any other question, guys? No? Appraising, we did a lot of them. We were doing about 1,100 a month with the REO market. We were doing what's called BPOs, broker's price opinion. When the banks were foreclosing and they were gonna take over a property, they needed to find out what the value was of that property. So we would go out there and we would do BPO. Now, with you as an agent, what do you wanna do? You wanna do the BPO as quick as possible to turn it in. In the old days, it would be a 2-week turnaround time from the time you got a BPO. Now, everything is online and all your database is online, so your BPOs have to be done in 48 hours.
I thought agents can't do appraisals.
I didn't say appraisal, I said BPO, broker's price opinion, is a watered down evaluation. It's a watered down evaluation. Jonathan knows very well because he's been doing them lately, right? He's gotten involved with the BPOs, and we were doing 1,100 a month. A month. I mean, we had a huge staff of people just that entry.
I work for a mortgage company, and we ordered the BPOs. I didn't know that real estate agents were the ones doing them.
Oh,
Really?
get the interesting part. The mortgage company charges the client $150, pays
we
the
pay-
realtor $40-50 to do it.
We pay 12
$12?
per BPO.
Yeah, and we do them. Now for probates, attorneys, and accountants, I do BPOs,
Interesting.
and I charge them $150. Right, so we did a lot of those to get the REOs, because the bank would see, well, who's the agent that did this BPO, we'll give him the listing. He knows how to do it, right? So evaluations, we got really, really good at, really good at.
Is that a class or?
No, it's just, that was just because of experience. Again, ask me all the questions, we did all the mistakes. You know, before we were comparing the houses with the right type of roof. You know, we would literally go out and drive by and look at all the comparables. All the comparables are on the computer. You know, we would literally take pictures of the comparables, the pictures are on the computer.
You don't have to go
You know?
inside the house though.
What's that? Yeah, that's called an interior and exterior, and we do
And
both.
drive-bys,
Oh,
too.
you do
Yeah,
it inside the
yeah,
house.
well, the
Drive-bys.
BPOs are drive-bys, but what happens is you do what's called an exterior or an interior. And the interiors, we would make more money, they would be $65 to $75, you know? Yeah, and then the BPO interiors, more in the exterior, you take 5 pictures. The street, the number, and both shots of the front. You know, sometimes we took pictures of the wrong house. And you're not gonna believe this, who would know? The bank turns around and tells you, you sent me the wrong picture.
Or old pictures. We found old pictures of
You know what some
years.
agents did? They would recycle the pictures.
Mhm.
He did the BPO a year ago, he would use that old picture, and so
And then-
banks started asking us for, date stamps on it.
Mhm.
I mean, we never did that. We
Those are
never did that.
Just some foreclosures, did you say, or any?
No,